All right. What is up, everybody? I almost went to a McConaughey there. Holy cow. 3 all rights and you're too far. So I only did 2, but welcome to Walks of Wisdom Wednesday. This is where we go out here and I take a walk and I share some life lessons as I'm on the go here. So if you want to get in on these and you want to be involved in the creation of this content and the discussion that we have around it, head on over to walksofwisdom.com. That's where you get access to all the current episodes. Get access to getting in on these as we record them live, and we can have a chat about the topic of the day. So today, I have a cool topic. This is actually something that I've been working with for a really long time, but I didn't quite realize it myself until I heard somebody else describe it sort of in the way that I'm going to talk to you about today. So what I'm talking about is the 99% death stroke and how to avoid failure from flexibility. Now we're going to break this down into 2 parts, okay? 99% death stroke sounds pretty tragic, pretty dramatic almost, okay? But what I have found is that when somebody wants to accomplish something in life, they have to sort of have a vision of what it will look like in that accomplishment in order to motivate them to take the steps to even get started down that path, okay? But a lot of times it's hard to visualize what all the steps are going to be that are required for us to get to where we want to go. And the effort that it takes to do those isn't always the thing that actually stops us from getting to the end point. It's usually we just have a lack of motivation, okay? And so when it comes to, improving yourself or making any change in your world, if you have an idea of what you want to do and you're 99% committed to that, that means you're almost all the way there. You are very, very excited about this. You're very serious. But every time it comes to the point where you need to take an action that will take you in the direction that you want to go, you are still in the mode of deciding whether or not you're going to take that action. You're almost there all the time. But when the moment comes down, you got to do the thing that's necessary to move forward. Maybe we're talking about fitness, for example. It's a real easy one to understand. I'm out here on my walk. This is actually my second walk today. I have committed a long time ago. I've been doing this a long time, so it's real easy now. But when I first started doing this, I said, I'm just going to go for a short walk every day. Walking is so easy. It's the easiest exercise. It has so many benefits, okay? So maintaining my health, part of how I do that is I go for a walk every day. Really, really simple, okay? Now, in the beginning, because I hadn't been walking consistently, it was something new. And so it was something I had to pay attention to. And I had to continuously make that reaffirmation to myself. Not a decision, but a reminder about what it is that I had decided. I already made the choice. I wasn't going to bend on it. But I had to remind myself, oh, this is the choice I made, so this is why I'm going to go for a walk every day. And I had to do that for a month or 2 before it really got to the point where I no longer was deciding. I got 100% committed, and once I had done it long enough, I no longer had to think about whether or not I was even going to go for a walk. It was just part of what I did every day. And so I get up early in the morning, usually about 5:30, and get my walk in. Sometimes it's 20 minutes, sometimes it's an hour, but I always go for a walk, regardless of how far or how hard I walk. I'm not concerned with speed, duration, distance, none of that. The fact that I get up and I go for a walk every day is the one thing that I know I'm not going to bend on when it comes to this health maintenance, okay? I have others, it's not the only, but it's one thing that I have committed to on consistency level. Now, again, for me, because now I just do this and I don't have to think about it, I get my walk in every day. I'm out here doing this because this is what I enjoy doing, and this is extra. I walk at whatever pace I want. I'm out here talking to you guys, not really even paying attention to where I'm going. I'm just out here because I enjoy the walk thing. Okay, so long story short, once you're committed to the thing in 100% fashion, where when it comes time to take the action, you no longer decide yes or no, am I going to or not? That's the 99% versus the 100, is whether or not you continue to choose and negotiate with yourself. Because you could talk yourself out of it. Okay, when you made the decision, it was a combination of emotional and logical sense. Emotional involvement and logical sense. Emotional is not always logical, right? It doesn't make sense, but those are the two factors that we use to make choices. And so when you decided that you 100% were going to do this thing, I'm going to take this action over and over and over and over to get to where I need to go because I feel like that's what's going to take me there. When you are in that state where you made that choice, that's what you need to stay a hold of. That's maybe write it down or whatever it may be, but when you make a decision that you need to commit to 100%, you need to remind yourself of the state that you were in when you made that choice, because you're not going to stay in that state. You're going to change how you're feeling and what you're thinking about, and your decision-making process in the future may not bring you to that same choice. But if you are committed to the choice that you made in that moment, and you remind yourself of why you made that choice, basically because of the state that you were in and all the factors that led up to it, then you can continue doing it long enough that it becomes routine and habit. And once you get to that point where you no longer choose, then it just happens. And then you keep going, and it's very simple to add more things to that plate, okay? So if you are someone who, for example, health-wise, I do a lot of health stuff. If you are somebody who loses some weight and then gains some weight and then loses some weight and then gains some weight, it's most likely you're a 99%er. You're not 100% committed to the process that you're using when you're on the weight loss cycle. The things that make your weight go down are simply a process that you repeat over and over, and you get the result of burning more calories than you take in. Whatever that process is, if you're able to keep that in mind of what state you're in when you decide that I'm going to change from doing the things that are making me overweight to change and do the things that allow me to reduce my weight, and do that long enough without question, without negotiation, without flexibility in the moment of action, if you can do that for long enough, then you can train yourself on this is how it works for me. And guys, this is such a powerful thing. When you operate from a subconscious place, where you don't think about it, you simply respond. This is just a natural reaction. Those are subconscious reactions. When you get to that place, that is normally how you operate during most of your day. Some of the things that you do during the day are consciously chosen in the moment because they're different. They're new. They don't happen all the time. The stuff that you do daily as a routine, you don't really think about it. You just kind of do it. You can get in your car and drive all the way across town and not really remember the drive because you were thinking about what you were going to do when you got to where you were going. You weren't thinking about the drive. You weren't consciously paying attention to cars around you and that kind of stuff. So we tend to operate subconsciously most of the time. So we've got to create this solidification of unbendability. You do not bend in one iota when you make a commitment to something. And when you are 100% committed and you repeat the action enough times, then you no longer have to recreate the commitment. It just becomes part of what you do. So guys, flexibility a lot of times is not your friend. This is not where you want to compromise when it comes to the structure that you are creating for yourself and the choices that you make that allow you to get the goals accomplished that are important for you. All right. So again, guys, appreciate you hanging out with me every single time I do these. I love being able to see the comments, see the people who are online, engage with you guys as we go through this. So please leave me some comments below. Let me know what your ideas are on this topic, what it is that you are trying to achieve in your world, and where are those 99% flexibility possibilities coming up that are causing you to not get what you want to get in life. All right. So again, I appreciate you guys, and we will see you next time.